Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, this is Sulabh Jain from Ezedia. I have Ritesh with me, who is the global sales head at Ezedia. So I welcome everyone to our webinar today. It feels great pleasure in welcoming all of you to this webinar, where we are going to discuss about the challenges faced by online sellers on various marketplaces and how platform like Ezedia can help them in making their online selling much more easier. So EasyD is a platform that enables sellers to onboard their listings on multiple marketplaces in an efficient and scalable manner. So in the age of e-commerce today, it's almost criminal for a business to not sell online. While there is an option to start an independent online store for your business, many merchants takes the easier path of selling on marketplaces instead. These marketplaces provide an established platform for the sellers to sell their products online. Many of them assist you through their services like photo shoots, shipping, packaging, and even more. Some of them helps you in storing your products in their warehouses, but in return, they give you lower margins in profit as compared to selling from an independent online store. So in recent days, there have been a lot of research on the pain points, demographics, demands, and such other aspect of online buyers in Indian e-commerce. But the seller side of the story has been a bit neglected. In fact, the current situation of e-commerce in India is overwhelmingly in favor of the end consumer. In such a situation, online sellers need all the more support to survive and succeed in this industry. So in this webinar, we will focus more on the seller side of Indian e-commerce. What are their main challenges and how they can start selling more efficiently, increasing their sales and profits. So this webinar is divided into three main sections. So in the first section, we will discuss about the growing number of online sellers in India. What's the key driver for this trend? What's compelling and what's encouraging all the merchants to start selling online? So before we proceed with the growing numbers of online sellers in Indian marketplaces, let's have a quick poll in order to understand who are the attendees and if you are already selling online, where are you selling online? So let's have a quick poll. So just inform us like where are you selling currently? Okay, so thanks for your inputs. We are closing the poll. Let's share the result. Let's have a look. Great. So seems like half of the attendees right now are starting a new business, while others are already selling offline but thinking about coming online. That's great. So let's quickly have a number of online sellers in India on various marketplaces. So this number of online sellers is growing tremendously in India, and online shoppers, wholesalers, dealers, and merchants are all setting up online stores across multiple marketplaces. Seller engagement has increased rapidly across the board, and the number of sellers on marketplaces has grown exponentially. Snapdeal will have over 100,000 sellers by the year end, and by the same time, Flipkart will have about 30,000 odd vendors selling on the marketplace, which will cover over 1,000 cities across the country. So, what's the key driver for this trend? What's making everyone to sell online? So, let's have a look at the key drivers. There are many factors that are driving this change. The first one is selling beyond boundaries. So e-commerce websites reduce any geographical restrictions you would normally face with a physical store. You can be anywhere around the world and still successfully oversee your e-commerce business. A majority of online vendors are present on more than one site at a time. Out of the 200,000 odd sellers recorded in a specific geos, 62% of them are selling across multiple websites and 23% of them are selling on at least 2 to 3 different websites. More shoppers online. Many people say, well, the problem with my industry is that there are only a counted number of potential customers because we are very specific. With an online store, you forget about those limiting beliefs. and tap the endless number of consumers online from around the globe. So the Flipkart Big Billion Day sale recorded 3 times growth in traffic and 7 times growth in sales during that period. So these are the numbers of shoppers online. Lesser fixed cost. With new technologies, they allow you to take virtually any part of your business online. That includes supply chain management, billing, shipping, procurement, and much more. Streamlining these business processes through online systems will allow sellers to cut costs significantly in almost every sphere of any business. For example, like companies can reduce more than 5% of their maintenance, repair, and operations costs by adopting to e-business solutions. And this 5% savings can turn into 50% of a company's net profit. Then there are growing number of mobile users. With the increasing number of mobile users in India, your store is in hand of every consumer and shopping is just a click away. After our shoppers. So this group is commonly forgotten. If your physical store's operating hours are say 10 to 8, you may be missing out customers in your region who cannot easily shop during regular business hours. Online stores make your products available 24 cross 7. More information to your customers. With content-rich product pages, hundreds of attributes to each product, and comprehensive how-to-buy guides for your customer, you can provide all the information you want on online stores. And unlike what happens in a physical store, you do not have to repeat telling the same story to different customers every time. Go global. Okay, so thanks to the internet, you can instantly become a global player now. In fact, you don't have to invest large sums of money to do this. There are literally hundreds of vertical and horizontal e-marketplaces available on the internet today. These marketplaces allow you for a nominal fee to get access to a large audience of prospective buyers from all over the world. So let's have a look at the market forecast for Indian e-commerce today. Where is the Indian e-commerce heading towards? So here are some numbers. So global smartphone sales forecast to grow from 1.5 billion units in 2015 to a record 1.7 billion in 2017. China, India, and United States are the big three countries that are driving smartphone growth worldwide. India will soon overtake United States to become the world's second largest smartphone market by 2017, selling an impressive 174 million units by that time. In another report, Boston Consulting Group pegs internet users to cross 550 million by 2018. Interestingly, rural consumer base is set to grow nearly five-fold from 60 to 280 million, while urban base will almost double from 130 to 300 million, and the overall retail market will double from $500 billion this year to $1 trillion by 2020. There is a February report called Think India, Think Retail, which is published by Retailers Association of India. It estimated that the share of modern trade in retail would slip from 17% in 2013 to just 13% in 2019, while that of e-commerce would jump from 2% to 11% in the same period. As of now, Amazon India is delivering to all of 19,000 pin codes in India through a tie-up with India Post. Flipkart also delivers to 1,000 plus cities, covering over 10,000 to 15,000 pin codes. Snapdeal at the same time delivers to all the pin codes in the country. What next? Groceries. It alone accounts for 65% of the consumer's wallet spending. Just imagine, like, there could be an upside to the growth of e-commerce, which is expected to touch anywhere between 48 to 60 billion dollar by 2020, from which is just like $5 billion as of now. Grocery retailers like localbania.com and bigbasket.com have already got funding and they are looking to expand. There is no doubt that in India, e-commerce will do to modern trade what mobile phones have already done it to the telecom industry. So before we jump to the next section where we will be discussing about the challenges faced by the online sellers in India, let's have another round of quick poll. So we are launching the poll. If you can just enter your feedback. So the poll says, what's your big blocker in online selling as of now? So if you're already selling online, if you can just enter, like, what do you think is a big blocker in online selling? Okay, thanks for your opinion. We are closing the poll. Okay, so we'll share the updates for this poll. Wow, so yeah, it's exciting. So seems like all the attendees have a listing and updating catalog is a big blocker for them. And that's quite obvious. Yeah, listing is a big pain. Okay, so moving to the webinar second section of it, let's have a look about these blockers, about these challenges which are commonly faced by online sellers today in India. And I would like Ritesh to take over and yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Ritesh. I'll be taking you through the next section, that is, challenges which are faced by online shoppers. I'm sorry, online sellers. So I have been like following this industry for about 5 6 years. But like from past 2 years, a lot of focus by these e-commerce marketplaces has been on getting more and more sellers to be onboarded on their marketplaces. So while this onboarding happens, seller face many challenges. So I have tried to list down few of the common ones which they face. Uh, okay, so the first one is really the listing process. So this is really a tedious task currently. With every marketplace, has its own rules and regulations for listing of products on their website. Many of them have made it really very simple and easy for sellers, but for some this process is so primitive that you will feel like you are in 1990s when there were floppies and you have to upload whatever you have to exchange the data, it happens through those floppy disks. Similarly, like here you have to download their complicated Excel sheets, write it down all the details, and then have to zip all the images with their names or their corresponding SKUs. Then you have to upload or you have to send it through email. So the process is so tedious that sometimes it even take weeks or even in some cases a couple of weeks. uh, Similarly, updating the catalog which has already been listed. So if there are few edits, few changes that needs to be made, so similar to the listing process, the process of updating the existing catalog is also a lengthy process with few of the marketplaces. As for each update or every edit, you'll have to again submit the individual Excel file again, and the same process would be repeated. Even to cancel, you have to repeat the same process. So that's where a lot of attention needs to be paid on what's the catalog updation and listing process with each of these marketplaces before you really go and put your products live on these marketplaces. So it has been observed that sometimes all these processes I mentioned earlier takes from week to about 10 days time. Moving on, commissions. So there are different commission structures with every marketplace, and it all depends upon the category of the product that you're selling. So a good research should be done, on the commission structure before the product pricing is entered into the catalog, because your pricing, should always, you should take care of the pricing before and the commissions that you would be paying to these marketplaces, and you adjust your pricing accordingly. Return policies. Some sellers have reported that 60 that they receive about 60% of their deliveries as returns. So these are mostly the items which are sent as a COD facility, cash on delivery, where buyer, if they doesn't accept the order, and the marketplaces charge the seller for shipping as well. So it's reported that 5% of the orders, also return as damaged products, wherein these buyers say that they have received the orders as damaged, and marketplaces, try to put it back to sellers. So sellers lose, the cost of the product, as well as incurring the shipping charges, both for sending as well as for returning the product. On top of it, there are few penalties as well. So sellers also get penalized for delaying the delivery beyond the TAT. which can be like generally like it's 2 to 4 days. So this penalty can range from 2 to 5% depending upon like various factors and various categories. uh, Seller support. So, though many of these marketplaces have set up a dedicated seller support teams, but still, sellers face challenges in communicating with them personally, as most of them are like robot messages that hardly resolve any queries. Uh, and if human interaction happens, it is mostly focused on selling the premium support services. So, this is like a listing of of the pricing of the commission of various marketplaces, bigger ones. So Snapdeal, they provide listings free of cost. Their commission ranges from 4 to 20% depending upon category. Shipping is close to about 80 rupees a kg. Packaging is about 3 rupees per order, and they the sellers get their payment within about 3 weeks of the dispatch. Similarly, with Flipkart, like Snapdeal, their listing is free. The commission structure is almost the same. Shipping is almost the same, but they really provide, dispatch their payments really quickly within a week's time. Amazon really doesn't charge anything for listing, but on every sale they charge about like 10 rupees. Their commissions is little different, but otherwise everything is almost the same except for the payout. So they make the payments immediately after the customer receives the packet, the order that they made. Similarly for eBay, their first free products come free of cost for listing. Their commissions are really the lowest in the industry, ranging from 1 to 7%. Shipping is same, and even the payment to the sellers is similar to Amazon. That as and when the payment is and when the order is received by the buyer purchaser, they get the payment. Shop clues like Snapdeal and Flipkart, listing is absolutely free. Their commission structure is almost the same, and everything else. Payment wise, they for all the orders that are completed in a week. So the following week, following Friday, they receive the payments. So this was a broad understanding of the different marketplaces, their costs and everything. So before we move on to a next section, I'll again like to throw away a poll so that you can let us know. So it is what do you think would boost your online sales? So those who are already doing online business, it would be a little easier for them, and those who are looking forward to do it, what they feel is that would boost their online sales. Okay, so I think like you would have done it. So we are closing the poll now, and we'll share the results. Great. So improving catalog is 33% feel that that would boost their online sales. I agree to them. Selling on multiple marketplaces, again, like this is 67 people they feel that selling on different platforms. Yes, if they would diversify and put their products on different sites, ultimately it would result to more sales. High discounts, yes, the current trend is that the more discount you give, and so you are able to sell more. So absolutely, like I think like yeah, I agree to many of it. So great. So let's move on to the next section, which is how to become a smart seller. And I'll again ask Sulabh to take you through this section. Thank you.
Hello everyone once again. So in the last but most important section of this webinar, we will discuss about how to become a smart seller. So with 200,000 odd sellers selling online, there is a like a lot of competition, and with all these challenges what Ritesh has taken us through, new sellers find it really difficult to survive and succeed in this industry. So what makes you a smart seller? So what you can do to remain way ahead of other sellers, other competition? So let's have a quick look. So how to become a smart online seller? So the first thing is scale up fast. So unlike offline retail, online selling really works on scale, with customer reach increasing from a limited area around your shop to everyone who can access internet. Thinking about scale becomes imperative. Keep building your catalog to list every product that has a potential to be sold. Next is sell on multiple marketplaces. So less than 15% of all online sellers restrict themselves to only one single marketplace. No doubt, listing products on different marketplaces and then managing the inventory is a lot of effort, but that is the key to growth. And if right tools and technologies are used, no one can question the efficiency. So if you are already not selling on multiple marketplaces, this is the right time to start. Invest in content. So when you're selling online, content is your salesperson. A well-written product description, an interactive buyer's guide, or a product competition chart will certainly help in more conversions. Even search engines prefer original and good quality content on product pages. Most of the marketplaces too restrict their sellers to upload listing with incomplete or inaccurate data. So invest in good quality content. Automate to grow. There are various e-commerce platforms that enable the sellers to upload their listing online in a very highly scalable and efficient manner. So with the help of right online channels, sellers can manage their inventory across multiple marketplaces in just a few clicks. So do not shy away from using new technology and platforms if you're really aiming high and grabbing on online space. How Easydia as a platform is making sellers smart. So Easydia and various other online platforms are already helping the sellers in one or different ways so that they can sell more efficiently and sell in a more scalable manner. So Easydia provides you help in creating your product listing once and publish it on multiple marketplaces. So Easydia helps their sellers to create their product listing and then publish them on various places. This is one of the most tedious process on some of the marketplaces, and it may take weeks for new sellers. Onboarding is also one of the major blocker why many merchants are not able to start selling online. Easydia makes this onboarding process as easy for the sellers as sharing their selfies on WhatsApp. No lengthy content seller sheets and easy cataloging. You can avoid filling lengthy seller content sheets provided by the marketplaces, which contains hundreds of obscure fields. So instead, you can just fill up a product listing form provided by Easydia through your mobile, and Easydia will verify, enrich, and update your listing on different marketplaces. Easy listing through your smartphone. So you can really, like as I mentioned, it's as easy with the Easydia mobile app and Easydia website on mobile. You can just click the picture of the product and just fill up a small product listing form and your product will be listed. And with the help of Easydia platform, you can publish it on various marketplaces. Enhance your product pages with beautiful templates. So there are some marketplaces like eBay which allows the sellers to build their own store on the marketplaces. So but building a store needs a lot of content, a well researched full detail of the product. So Easydia not only provides you that content but also helps you to enhance your product pages. You can choose out of multiple beautiful looking templates with one photo or multiple photo and transform your store on websites like eBay to a very good looking, well informed and like user friendly and SEO friendly product page. So these are the ways how Easydia can help sellers to really become smart. So and with this, we will adjourn today's session here. Thanks everyone for your time. We have got some good queries over chat, which will be responded soon through emails and phone calls. Thanks again and happy selling online.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.